Good morning, everyone. Coach Mo, I'm here with my tea this morning. I've been up for a while, but I gotta say, sometimes at the end of a busy week, boo! Power, 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 power. Let me know that you're here this morning because you are hanging out with me in the most powerful, aligned, authentic conversations I've had on Facebook Live, I think ever. This week, I've been covering money. Oh, Mo, why do you have to cover money? Your relationship with how you feel about yourself is reflected in your money. I know. If you didn't watch my, hey Chira, how are you? And thanks for your comments on the Facebook Live from yesterday. What I talked about yesterday was, I'm going to say, bomb diggity. You got to go check that out. I want you to stay here today because I'm going to talk about something super important today relative to money that you're going to want to hear. Yesterday, I talked about the real secret why people who are successful are successful. And that's because they go after what they want. I want you to listen to the whole Facebook Live because it was brilliant. Thank you very much. Your pocketbook, your bank account, the ease in which you pay your bills, the amount of money that you're putting away for vacation, education, future, retirement, the amount of money that you're able to circulate back in philanthropy and giving to the causes and feeling that matter to you and feeling that you're a citizen of the world who is circulating prosperity, I know is where every single person wants to live. Every human being wants to live in that level of freedom, happiness, ease, organization. And yes, Chira, we love money. Our kick-ass sisters love money. And that may begin to make you feel all, ooh, because last time you thought about money, maybe you didn't have enough. I don't want you to feel this way about money. Your highest version of you loves money, wants more of it, wants to attract more of it, and wants to feel good about what she is receiving back for her contributions in the world. Today, we're going to talk about one of the key missing ingredients that a lot of women have around making more money. And that is hanging out with other people who make more money than you. Most of the women we work with, when asked, don't do that. Here's the beauty of hanging out in the Kick-Ass Sisterhood. If you're one of my clients, I want you to cheer on this. When you're in the Kick-Ass Sisterhood, which is what my clients are part of, if you're in the workshop, actively for 12 weeks, getting coached and moving yourself forward, you're going to hear conversations of women being coached on negotiating higher salaries, on doing market research and determining what that salary level is. You're going to hear me and the other coaches highlighting how much more money you could be making based on what you bring to the table. But here's the thing. Most women have been told a bucket of lies, and they are convinced that they're fine. They're fine. You're not fine. You're not. You know, the biggest psychological impediment to advancing yourself is your own personal psychology normalizing your situation. And every single day on the clarity calls that we have with beautiful women, some of them choose to go forward and change their lives forever. One of the main ingredients in those conversations is normalizing a situation that is not good. Normalizing feeling awful, normalizing being pushed down and put into a smaller box than they want to be in. Hey, Dawn, nice to see you. So when you are normalizing not making the money you know you should, and so many of our women know that their colleagues and coworkers, men, are making more money than they are. Like, no, that is not okay. It is not okay ever. It hasn't been okay for all the years they've been keeping track of this. Women still make 20 cents or more less per dollar of their male colleagues. This is not okay. But the reasons why women make less money is because they don't successfully, confidently ask in the right manner. They don't ask in the same level and frequency that men do. And they don't know that they deserve it. So often when women say, well, I've already asked my boss for more money. Well, if that's your attitude, of course they're going to say no. And your boss is possibly going to lie to you because he or she may not have enough ammunition or power to advocate for you. And there are unconscious biases in the marketplace, in corporate America still. And it's up to you to have the power of conviction and confidence so that when you have those conversations, your desires are more powerful than your boss's, I don't know if I can do that for you this year, you know. And if you're not able to make more money where you are, move on. But here's the thing, you don't know how to move on. You don't know how to do it differently. And you don't know how to confidently have that conversation, have a different outcome. So you become very shy about it. You become very reserved. You become very weak in the conversation. So when you hang out with other women who are getting coached on making more money and are having success with it and are standing in their power, how we still make less money than men in this day and age. Dawn, I know what is going on because women have normalized not being in our power. We have normalized it. We have adapted to this ridiculousness. And also, women aren't raised to go after what they want. Ladies, you have got to take your power up notches. You may not know how to do it. You may not have been told that it was okay. You are lied to all day long that it's not okay. And that has got to change. That's why we have such great success in my 12-week transformational Kickass Career Workshop, because I help women up-level how they feel about themselves before we get to the table. Because if you feel crappy, if you feel insecure, and you haven't asked, your insecurity wins. And if you're in a room where other women are talking about salary increases and other women are making more than you, and you're like, well, if she's making that, I can make more. If you're in that environment, that rich, fertilized environment is going to help you feel what's possible for you. I've coached hundreds of women on up-leveling their ask. I've coached hundreds of women on getting into job titles and job roles that they always thought were too much for them or beyond them. Because that's how we are lied to every single day. You've got to be in the room where other women are making more than you, and the conversations about how it goes, how they're asking, what's going on, and they're getting expert coaching on making those things happen. Imagine this. Imagine you're in the room, coaching room, and you hear a woman who you see was struggling with her career at week 6 is interviewing powerfully at the next level, and at week 8 is landing a job that she's going to move to her dream city and she's making $32,000 more, and you hear her getting coached before that salary negotiation that she should also be asking for a bonus on top of this new salary. You know what she said to me when I was coaching her? Well, I'm already going to be making more. I'm allowed to ask for a bonus? No, you're not allowed. You will be asking for the bonus. No, not asking. You will be saying that this job needs to include a bonus. I should. And this was combined with all of her friends telling her, you can't be looking for a new job during this pandemic. That's not right. You'll never do this. You'll never find a job. This woman has already moved across the country to her dream city with a big ass freaking job, has overcome decades of anxiety. This woman is rocking and rolling. And that's just one example. Shout out to Michelle, because this is the truth of what is possible. When you're a woman with education, expertise, and experience, and you know that you're not making what you ought to be making, and you don't know how to do it, I get it. I do know how to do it. And we will show you every step of the way how to move yourself forward and how to make the money that you deserve. The marketplace is rich with opportunity. Don't believe all the BS that's out there about COVID and all this. Listen, if you're in the hospitality, travel, and service industry, I know shit got real, okay? I get it. You've got to change. You've got to migrate and move. Now listen, there still are opportunities in those industries, but for people of influence and people who are making a difference and people who are transitioning and bringing new ideas into those industries, because they've got to figure that out, okay? So yes, and retail too, absolutely. So there are pivots to be made in many sectors right now. And I get that you may not know how to do that. I understand that. I do know how to do that. I know how to help you do that. But you've got to be in the room where other people are making these changes and successfully up-leveling so that you can, in your subconscious and in your fear and insecurities, know what's possible. If you do this on your own, I mean, it's challenging to make massive changes to up-level your subconsciousness and your soul on your own. As a matter of fact, I don't even know that it's truly possible, especially given this current environment. The richness of being in a room of other peer group women being coached through their process, and you're being coached through your process, but at the same time, you're learning, absorbing, and watching. And if you're in my transformational workshop right now, no matter where you are, compensation-wise, you are going to be in a room where other women are making more money than you. You're going to be in a room where other women are getting coached, up-leveling where they are. That's such a rich environment that it's unbelievable. And if you're not having those experiences, if all of your friends and family are in woe is me drama, especially right now, this next 6 weeks, it's going to be a whole nother drama show out there. Your ability to protect your energy, protect your soul, and take care of what you need for your life is at the penultimate importance right now. You cannot be taken hostage by all of the drama that's in the outside world. And you will be if you don't have a support group, strong experts guiding you. And if you've lost your job or you're fearful of losing your job, you need to make changes. You need to move quickly. You need to take advantage of the momentum of your desires and go after it. Look, we help hundreds and hundreds of women a year up-level their careers, no matter what's going on out there, no matter what has happened. Many of the women who have come into our workshop have been out of work for months, and they've been doing it their way, and it doesn't work. Look, I've had a coach for the past 20 years. In the year 2000, I hired my first coach. I was a VP. I was making $160,000 a year. I was banging my head up against a wall, getting the same result day in and day out. And one of my colleagues said, you should get a coach. And I'm like, a coach? What's that? 20 years ago, it wasn't a popular thing. And I hired this woman and she helped me see things differently. She opened my blind spots and I got real about some things and I made some shifts. And then I needed another type of coach and I hired another one. And all the years over these past 20 years, I've had coaches helping me take me to the next level. For all of these past 20 years, I've never not had a coach for these past 20 years. And since that time, 20 years ago, making $160,000 a year, my career and my path forward has been much greater and much bigger because of the expert help I solicited and brought in and hired to help me. Because my life and my career is worth an expert coming to help me. I don't know about you, but if your roof was leaking, are you fixing your roof? If you need to have a knee replacement surgery, are you doing that surgery yourself? I don't think so. I don't think so. Look, I'm a registered nurse. I have a thyroid disorder since I'm 23. I'm not fixing my own thyroid disorder. And I've had it for more than half of my life. You'd think I'd know how to do this, right? I still go to a doctor. So there are things you need experts for. If your career, if your money is not where it ought to be, you need an expert to help you get to that next level. And don't you want to feel better and awesomer in life? Don't you? I do. Every single day, I want to feel awesomer. How do we ask for more when we're in a pandemic? Jennifer, the same way you ask for more when we're not in a pandemic. Darling, don't let the external affairs dictate who you are, how you are, and what you're all about. And it's not a linear question. So I don't know what your title is, your job, your career trajectory at this point. So here's the thing. If you haven't moved forward in your career in the last basically year, 2 years, 3 years tops, you've got to make a move. So I don't know, Jennifer, how you ask for more money for you, but I'm going to tell you this. Once I get to know you and know what's going on for you, I know exactly how to help you, but I got to have some data and some facts so that I can strategize with you and for you and give you the best advice. You see, here's the thing. I think on Tuesday, my Facebook Live was on Stop Reading So Many Damn Books. And I read all the time, okay? I read all the time. I learn constantly. And I want you to learn constantly. But here's the thing. You can't make massive personal changes and execute on things by reading books. It's not going to transform your life. It's going to give you information. There's a massive difference between information and transformation. So Jennifer, if the pandemic is clouding your judgment, which is, let's call it normal, but it's not something that needs to happen, even though it's normal. Look, it's normal for people to be lied by their bosses that they can't get them more money. That's normal. It doesn't make it okay, and it doesn't make it something that's not navigable. You're able to, with the best advice and expertise, navigate things that you might think, oh, I can't do that. Oh, not at this time. Oh, what will my boss think? Oh, I don't want to be the one who's like greedy and asking for things. You're going to normalize everything because your brain wants to be out of pain. Your brain doesn't want to keep reminding you that things suck and that you haven't made more money in 2 or 3 years and that all you've gotten was the measly 2%. Your brain wants to normalize that. And that's what we do as human beings. I'm in the business of not normalizing it. I'm in the business of helping you see what's bigger. When I made the shifts that I coach my ladies on in my career, I not only landed a job where the boss needed to get a raise in order to pay me what my ask was. True. But then in my next job move, I made $100,000 more in the next job because I knew my value and my worth and I asked for more. The offer was more money than I was making, but that isn't where I wanted to be. I wanted to be at this number. And I was actually in an airport receiving the offer, and I was negotiating in an airport in line waiting to board a plane. I was a very busy executive the last 10 years of my career, traveled all the time. And when I got that job offer call, I took the call and it wasn't the number I wanted. So I negotiated more on the call right there because I knew my number and I knew how to do it. And after a minute of silence, he said yes. So I have been every place that you think you can't go. I've been every place that you might be afraid of. I've already traveled in your shoes. That's why we get great results in my program. Because I'm not just saying, oh, as a coach, here's the right way to do it, and here's the theory of negotiating a salary, and good luck with that. I have been in the trenches for 30 years, making shit happen and negotiating and navigating. I have been in situations where I felt I was underpaid and asking for more. I have failed on some of those, but now I know exactly how to do it because I studied and learned and got coaching. And now I've been coaching hundreds and hundreds of women on how to do it. And that's what you need in order to up-level yourself. You need to be in the room where you're witnessing other women being successful at that, and you are listening to and seeing people getting coached and bringing back their feedback. And this is what happens next. And this is what you do next. I just interviewed two of my lovely, lovely clients yesterday. Thank you, Chris and Lakeisha, for just lovely, lovely interviews. Both of those women are making more money in their dream jobs. One of them's 41 and one of them's, I think, 37. Some women wait an additional 10 plus years to fix stuff. And those beautiful women, they were not happy with where they were. And when they saw my Facebook ad and they said, you know what? I got to get out of this uncomfortable situation. I got to move myself. And often women say to me, you can do that in 12 weeks? I said, I can show you how to do it in 12 weeks. You're going to do it in 12 weeks. You're going to do it in less than 12 weeks. And actually, Lakeisha was reminding me that in 6 weeks, she was already interviewing and landing that beautiful, wonderful job. So we were actually able to coach her in the remaining part of her transformational workshop on just showing up differently and being different. And you know what? Both of those women took accelerator programs after their first 12 weeks because they're like, holy crap, this is fun. And so they wanted to take it to the next level as well. But their journey started with being in a pot of boiling water that they didn't like. So that's your first thing. You got to recognize that there's more money and more opportunity for you that you can go after. I want every woman on this planet to be more powerful and make more money because that's how we change the world, ladies. We change the world by you feeling awesome and by you knowing how to execute in the world. Thank you, Dawn. 4 weeks in, blown away by the clarity and focus and positivity I'm experiencing. It's here to stay. That's right, Dawn. This is the new Dawn. I know. Not only am I a great coach, but I'm sort of funny. Have you dealt with civil service pay? You know what, Jessica? Yes, the answer is yes. And I know that in many organizations, not just civil service, governmental education, that there's like jobs with pay ranges. But you know what? There may be other things that we can navigate and help you with. And perhaps you're being lied to also. I'm just saying, most women are lied to about their earning potential and opportunities. And you buy it. Hashtag truth bomb. So you have got to know that if you bring education, expertise, and experience to the table, and you're not feeling that you're matched up with what's going on in the paycheck, in the title, in how you feel about yourself. I also help my husband get more money. I know. Isn't that fun? So, and there's so many women who that has been the corollary of being in the transformational workshop. You have tools. You can be a coach to your spouse now because you have tools and guaranteed techniques on exactly how to make successful career moves. And you know what? We've not only had spouses land their dream jobs and make more money, but we've had adult children and even non-adult children, kids, feel better and do better and make things move in a way that they haven't been able to. Love all that you. I probably need a coach. I have set a goal of 100,000 this year. All right, Stephanie, clarity call is your next move, darling. mofaul.com/dailymo. And I like that you have a goal. And you know what? Once that goal goes, you'll have everything you need to get to the next. But we got to make sure we're the right match for what's going on for you. Okay. So that's what we do on the clarity call. mofaul.com/dailymo. I got to remember that URL. So it's mofaul.com/dailymo to take time. You got to take time so that we can help analyze what's really going on and what's happening. And if we're the right match and we know we can help you and you're ready to rock and roll, we'll talk about our workshop and what's included and what we do and how we do it and how awesome it is. I think you're getting the gist. Okay, a lot of women who come into my Facebook Lives are my clients because, frankly, clients, thank you so much for being here. Once you're in this groove, you sort of can't get enough of inspiration and lift to help keep you moving in the right direction. Because once you start feeling good about who you are, you want to just stay in that zone. And right now, with all of what's going on out there, you got to protect yourself. You got to be in the zone of awesomeness, and any intruder, whether it's an internal intruder gremlin, which I talk about in my webinar, or it's the intruders of the news feed, or the real life drama that is being played out on the human stage, and it will always be that way. We will always live in a world where there is drama out there. Now, unless you are a vaccine scientist or a politician or a climate scientist, what do you need to care about the minutia of what's going on out there? Nothing. I'm going to guarantee you this. If you're on my daily Mo right now, you're on the internet enough to know what's going on in the world. You do not need to plummet yourself into all of the information and newsfeed and drama of what other human beings are creating out there so they can suck you into the negativity of the world. Don't go there. Surround yourself instead with women who are up-leveling. Surround yourself with expert coaches who are going to keep your vibe and your soul alive and going in the right direction. Surround yourself with women who are making more and doing more than you so that you can learn from what's going on with them. Surround yourself with greater success. Surround yourself with a higher level of vibrational feeling state. Surround yourself with what's possible for you. Surround yourself with the amazing aspects of who you are and what you're all about. That's what you get in my workshop and in the sisterhood that you will be a part of as long as you want to be a part of it. My grads are so active and so happy to have this sisterhood, especially over this past 6 months. We've got women who've been in the sisterhood for 5 years now. And it's a part of the fabric of how they live. How about that for a life-changing scenario for you? How about if you hang out for the rest of your life with a sisterhood of women who are success-minded, who are spiritual-minded, who are positive change agents in the world? How about if you hang out with those people? I do. I hang out with those people every single day. I do. And I up-level them every single day. And we continue to march forward and move forward. And I'm going to tell you what, in the wake of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's passing, there is no more time for us to say, well, maybe next year, maybe in 2021, maybe after this, maybe after that happens. If you're maybe after whatever happens, that's how your life has gone. That's how you make excuses for yourself. Don't do that anymore. There is no more time to waste for you to be down in your income, down in your feelings of self-esteem, buying into the lies and excuses of everyone else. Stop now buying into that. Surround yourself with awesomeness. Surround yourself with more success. Surround yourself with expertise. And let's get your life moving up in the right direction for who you are and who you must be in the world. And stop making excuses for yourself. And stop making excuses for the people who employ you. You know how many women have been lied to? Millions. But I know of thousands of them. Women have been lied to about their income opportunities, their earning opportunities, what's possible for them. And I'm sick of it, frankly. I am over it. You owe it to yourself to say, no more. I'm going to put myself in the room where other women are learning how to up-level and making decisions for themselves and making more money and negotiating their salaries and making things happen. Be in that room. Ruth Bader Ginsburg said women deserve to be in the room where decisions are made. You deserve to be in the room where commitments are made by other women to up-level, where you're witnessing women getting empowered. Stop living in a world where you think it's not possible for you. It is. The only thing that's not possible for you is if you don't cross that threshold of knowing that you're worth it. If you don't cross that threshold, you will not have a better life. And I'm sick of watching women, one after the other. Oh, I don't know. Now's not a good time. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I need more therapy. You don't need more therapy. You need to make a commitment to be in the room where other successful women are making moves so that you can see it's possible. And it is possible for you. Make your move today. There is no more time for you to feel miserable or awful or sad or frustrated or anxious that you're not where you want to be. There is no more minute for that to persist. Don't stay there. It's not serving you. It's not serving the globe. All of us rely on you up-leveling. You rely on me up-leveling. How about if I came here and said, you know what, I can't help anyone get a career change now. It's the pandemic. Sorry, ladies. I'm buying into the big myth about how horrible life is, and I just don't have anything for you. Nope. How many lives and souls and pocketbooks would be lost if I decided that? So please take a page out of my book. Show up for yourself because the world is counting on you. How about that company that would hire you for $30,000 more with a great title and a great culture, that they're looking for someone just like you, but because you don't feel awesome, they're never going to hire you. Because you don't feel terrific about what you bring to the table and you don't know how to articulate it and you don't know how to show up big, they're not going to hire you. But they're waiting for you to be awesome. That company needs you. You owe it to yourself, your family, your future, and the future company that wants to hire you. Come on now, think that way. All right, rock and roll. Be in the room where other women are more successful than you, and you will gravitate to that. You will gravitate up just by being in that room. And that's what I have for you in my 12-week transformational workshop. You're specifically going to get personally coached on your career trajectory. You're going to specifically be given sometimes word for word scripts on what to say and how to say things, not only to your boss and coworkers, but as you interview proudly and powerfully, and as you get your offer letter and negotiate. And you know what? There's been women who've come into our workshop and already made negotiating mistakes because they've begun to interview. Don't make the basic interviewing mistakes. Don't do that. Now, we had a woman like 5 or 6 months ago. She had begun interviewing. She wanted to leave her current role because it was like 5 years of nothing. And she had already started interviewing. and she made a dramatic mistake when she began interviewing with this job that she really wanted. And you'd think that all was going to not go well, but I gave her specific things to say to the company and the recruiter that was managing this hire for her. And we were able to overcome the mistake that she made. I know, we're good. We're real good. We're better than you. I mean, that's just the way it is. I don't think you have 30 years of experience of navigating and moving yourself up the ladder to the highest levels in corporate America. I do. I don't think you have over 5 years of experience coaching and helping navigate every possible profession. And there's been some professions I didn't even know existed. Every possible profession. We've helped women navigate, up level, and command better jobs and salaries. Every single industry you can think of. I know. It's amazing. And some women want to change their industry or pivot in a big way. No problem. We got you covered. Sometimes you think you want to make that pivot because you're so miserable not having made the success in your chosen profession. And sometimes we help you sort that out and realize that that's not really the answer for you. You just think it is because now you're blaming your profession for where you are career-wise. Think about that one. All right. I got to rock and roll. Ladies, it is your time to up level. Do not believe the lies of everything that you're hearing out there. Believe the truth that women today, right now, are up leveling their careers, getting better jobs, moving to great cities sometimes, not always, but sometimes. This year we've had, I think, 4. And claiming careers and salaries that were previously unattainable to them. You're in that room, your life changes. You get that kind of coaching, your life changes. You want to put up with the bullshit of not having what you want and not getting paid and all the lies that you've been told, your choice. I don't want that for you, but you could keep doing it. It's a free country. Make a change today. Book your complimentary career clarity call. That's how we get going. mofaul.com/dailymo. And this is career coach Mo Faul, the founder, creator, and kick-ass coach of the 12-week transformational Kick-Ass Career Coaching Workshop. Let's bring your soul back to life so you can land your dream job and your dream salary. Your future depends on it. We'll see you next time. This is Coach Mo. Over and out, ladies. Thanks for joining me today.